What's good, everybody? It's the Clown with Cap Show. We got NFL Week 6, really some big games. And I first want to start off, obviously, with my Indianapolis Colts. Yes, they're pretty good season, honestly. Didn't start off super hot. And like I said, I already said they should have tanked. They should have already tanked for the number one draft pick, which is Trevor Lawrence. To me, it makes no sense why they wouldn't, right? I mean, who's their long-term quarterback going to be for the Indianapolis Colts? Okay, we have to realize Jim Irsay did not do his full job completely. I get it, he owns 100% of the Colts, but what has he really done with the Indianapolis Colts? With the talent he's had all through the years. Amazing talent. And I thought when we did have Peyton Manning, we should have won way more than one Super Bowl. Let's be honest here. If Jim Irsay wasn't on so many pills, I feel like we would have had a couple, maybe 3 Super Bowl rings. That's what I'm talking about. But look, besides the point, the Colts are above 500 and they're playing the trash-ass Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, I get it. There's some bright side for the Bengals. They got a kid named Joe Burrow. He has 1,304 passing yards with 6 touchdowns in 3 seasons. And we're not even halfway through the season yet. So I'm not worried about Joe Burrow and his future. It's really what Cincinnati Bengals can bring for Joe Burrow. What weapons can they surround him with? Get some draft picks. Get something for Joe Burrow, please, because the future's bright there. Tyler Boyd, he has 32 receptions, 362 yards, and 1 touchdown. Then we got Phillip Rivers. We have to understand he's on his last leg here. I mean, just think the Colts organization, we could have got Cam Newton. Cam Newton's getting paid maybe at top $7 million this year, lowest $1 million. Okay? And we have quarterbacks out there that are getting paid $15-16 million a year. And we're paying Phillip Rivers overpriced. We're wasting money on Phillip Rivers, in my opinion. He has 1,227 yards passing with 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. He has more interceptions than touchdown passes. What's that tell you about Phillip Rivers this year, Colts fans? Let's just, reality sometimes can suck, right? It can sting. Life can hit us in the face, and that's one of them, dude. Phillip Rivers is hitting us in the face. Then we got Jonathan Taylor. The future's bright for Jonathan Taylor, and I've said it. Look, I think he can be a superstar in the NFL, no doubt about it. I just hope the Colts keep him and sign a long-term contract. I want him to sign like a decade, 10-year contract for the Indianapolis Colts. That'll be great. He's got 77 carries through this year, 307 rushing yards, and 3 touchdowns. I think they need to feed him more. They need to get him more involved in the passing game and also in the running game. Just get him more involved. I want to see it. But the Colts are 7.5-point favorites. 46 is the over-under. I like the Colts at home. I do. And I know I understand. I've said in the past that every time I pick the Colts, they lose. Well, if they lose this game, then we know why. But I'm going with the Colts here. I like the 7.5 spread. The over-under is 46. Obviously, I don't bet on the over-under, but I would go with the over on this one. I think the Colts can score a lot of points on Cincinnati and vice versa. So to me, I would go over on the over-under. I would go over on the over-under. I was going to say under, but yes, definitely over. But the spread, 7.5, I like that. I like the Colts at home. I'll take the Colts. Then we got the Texans versus the Tennessee Titans. Titans are 3.5-point favorites. 53 is the over-under. And look, the way the Tennessee Titans are playing, the hottest team right now. No doubt about it. I think they're the hottest team. I'm picking them. Ryan Tannehill, he's 91 for 132, over 1,000 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, and only 1 interception, dude. Dude, he's balling out. He is balling out. Derrick Henry, over 100 carries, 376 yards, and 4 touchdowns, and we're not even halfway through the season. The way the Tennessee Titans are playing, and like I said at the beginning of the year, this was my dark horse team. Tennessee Titans were my dark horse. I mean, I'm telling you what, they are a scary team, and they're only getting better. Then we got Deshaun Watson, up and down year, really fired his head coach. The Texans really started off on the wrong foot. He's got 1,451 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Will Fuller, he's got 22 receptions, 332 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Look, I like where the Texans are starting to go here. Obviously, they got their first win last week. I want to see what they're about. I love Deshaun Watson. I'm glad they signed a long-term contract with them. But look, the Tennessee Titans, the way they're playing, it'd be ignorant to pick against them. So I'm going with the Titans here. The 53 is the over-under. I would lean more towards the under on this one. Like I said, I don't really touch it. But definitely the spread. I like Tennessee at home. 3.5, you can't beat that. No doubt about it. And then we got Atlanta Falcons, which are winless. Crazy against Minnesota. Minnesota at home. They're 4-point favorites. Look, dude, Matt Ryan, I don't know if he's the guy anymore. Had his opportunities after opportunities after opportunities. Obviously in the Super Bowl. And then a couple years before the Super Bowl, they were playing 49ers. And then I believe it was a championship game before the Super Bowl, a division game in the playoffs, and they blew it. I believe it was like 4th and 2, 4th and 4. For the Atlanta to go up and win the game, and they couldn't do it. So to me, Matt Ryan, I think he comes up short. They call him Matty Ice, but he's not so much ice in his veins. He's really not. Yes, he's got 7 touchdowns and 3 interceptions with 1,472 yards passing. I get it. But to win a Super Bowl, I believe Matt Ryan is not the guy. I'm sorry about it. He's just not, dude. He is not the guy. Todd Gurley coming from the Rams, 79 carries for 375 yards and 5 touchdowns. But look, I got to go Minnesota here. Minnesota's an old school type of team. They'll run the ball at will. Dalvin Cook, 92 carries, 489 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Look, Minnesota's offensive line is crazy good. They are crazy good, very underrated. Kirk Cousins still question mark quarterback to me. 1,132 yards passing, 8 touchdowns, and 7 picks. Right there should tell you, 8 touchdowns and 7 picks, dude. I mean, the interceptions, that's too much. 7? For real? Kirk Cousins, I don't know about it. Look, but I got to go Minnesota. I would love to see Atlanta with the upset pick. I really would. I could see this as an upset pick game, but I got to go Minnesota at home. The way Atlanta's been playing, dude, you guys haven't even won a game yet. This is crazy to me. The amount of talent Atlanta has on their football team, it's crazy. Hey, to me, it's like, wow, really? Atlanta, I'm looking down at your general managers, the owners. What's going on in Atlanta? There's no excuse for you guys to be winless right now. Crazy to me. But I'm going Minnesota. I'll take the 4. Then we got the Broncos at the Patriots. Patriots 7.5-point favorites. Cam's coming back. That's what sources are telling me. Obviously, he had COVID for a while, which really sucked. Julian Edelman, he has 18 receptions for 294 yards through the year. Look, dude, you're playing the Broncos here. Broncos been banged up, bouncing around from quarterback to quarterback. Their starting quarterback originally got hurt. Then they got Melvin Gordon. He's got 65 carries on 281 yards and 3 touchdowns. I said 65 yards. I meant 65 carries. Look, dude, Melvin Gordon's good, but you're playing with the Denver Broncos here. They really don't have a legit quarterback. So Denver is out. Von Miller obviously getting hurt at the beginning of the year, dude. They are done. I'm sorry, dude. I got Patriots at home, no doubt about it. Then we got the Washington team versus the Giants. Really 2 trash teams here. Let's just call it for what it is. Giants are winless, yet they're 3-point favorites. I might have to go the Washington team here. I'll go with the Washington team. I believe Alex Smith will get the start. I hope he gets a start. Give him another opportunity. I believe if he plays out through this year, he should win Comeback Player of the Year. No doubt about it. After going through over 15 surgeries or more to come back from this, to me, that's heart dedication. And so much respect to Alex Smith. And I'm picking the Washington team. Daniel Jones, he's got over 1,000 yards passing, 1,111 yards passing to be exact, 2 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. There you go. It makes sense why the Giants are winless. And obviously, without their star running back, Saquon, Saquon, I believe he'll come back next year and be better than ever. That's what I hope. But I'm going with the Washington team. No doubt about it. All day, every day, Alex Smith, let's go. Then we got the Ravens versus Philly. Ravens are 9.5-point favorites here. This could be a tricky game here, though. I mean, the Eagles, this is kind of a must-win for the Eagles if they want to make the playoffs. No doubt about it. Carson Wentz, 1,188 yards passing, 6 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. And it makes sense why Philly's where they're at right here. I mean, 6 touchdowns and 9 picks. Carson Wentz, really a rough start for Carson Wentz. Let's just be honest here. I wish the best for Carson Wentz. I don't know what to think. Miles Sanders, he's got 62 carries for 316 yards and 3 touchdowns. But look, like I said, it really boils down to the offensive line protecting Carson Wentz and Carson Wentz not throwing into double teams and throwing more picks. That's just not going to win you games. And then we got Lamar Jackson. He's got 949 yards passing, with 9 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, and he also has 41 carries for 238 yards with 1 rushing touchdown. I believe more than one rushing touchdown. But regardless, look, Lamar Jackson, he can have the chance to win back-to-back MVPs this year, no doubt about it. You know, trivia question for you guys. Who was the last person to win back-to-back MVPs in the NFL? Can you guys name them? Please. Just please inform me. But Ravens-Philly game, this is really a coin flip. I mean, obviously, Vegas is telling us the Ravens are going to win by more than a touchdown, not 9.5. But to me, I really want to go the Eagles here. And I believe this is my upset pick. I know I picked the Eagles last week with the upset. But look, Philly at home, this is a must win. They're playing for more marbles here. I think this game's going to be closer than 9. So if you're going to go the Ravens, I would go money line on the Ravens. I would not go 9.5 on the Ravens. I think this game is going to be way closer than what they're saying it is. So I would go money line Ravens. But for the upset, I'm going Philly at home. 46 is the over-under. I would say over. But I'm going with Philly at home. I know I went Philly last week and the week before, but I really think Philly's going to pull it out here. That's another upset. Then I got my second upset pick of the week. Then we got the Browns versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh's 3.5-point favorites, but the way the Browns are playing, I'm going the Cleveland Browns. It sounds crazy, right? Who would have thought Cleveland would be this good right now? I honestly thought they would be good this time last year. They're a year late, but hey, better late than never. Baker, 93 for 152, 976 yards passing with 9 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Beckham, Odell, shout out to Odell one time. He's got 21 receptions for 294 yards and 3 touchdowns. Look, if Baker gets him the ball and continues to get in the ball, the Browns are a dangerous team. And the Browns actually have a pretty good defense. It's really underrated, I believe, and they put pressure on the quarterback. Rapist Big Ben, he's got over 1,000 yards passing with 10 touchdowns and 1 interception. That's really good for a rapist and a 2-time Super Bowl champion. Shout out to Ben Roethlisberger, a.k.a. Mr. Rapist Roethlisberger. Then we got James Conner, 55 carries for 268 yards and 3 touchdowns. Look, he's a hard runner. I like how he runs. Look, that's a basic, traditional Pittsburgh Steelers running back right there. Run hard, north and south type of guy. Then we got Chase Claypool, receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, straight out of Notre Dame. 13 receptions, 261 yards, and 4 touchdowns, and we're not even halfway through the season yet. So I think this might be the game of the week here. It's crazy, right? I mean, obviously, if we looked at the beginning of the season, we would have said, oh, Pittsburgh with the blowout win. The Browns are going to suck. But no, I'm going Browns with the upset pick. I expect Baker to have a big game and put pressure on Rapist Big Ben, and I think the Browns will pull it out. Then we got the Bears versus the Panthers. Panthers are 1-point favorites. This is another coin flip game. Bears full start now, 680 yards passing, 5 touchdowns and 3 picks. Allen Robinson, he's got 35 receptions, 421 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Teddy Bridgewater, though, is really underrated. He's 130 for 177, 1,460 yards passing with 6 touchdowns and 3 picks. Look, dude, I'm telling you what, I love Teddy Bridgewater. When he was with New Orleans with Drew Brees even said this kid could be a superstar one day, and he's really capable of doing it in Carolina. You know, Robbie Anderson, 36 receptions, 489 yards, and 1 touchdown. Look, if they get Anderson and Teddy back in the mix again, and then we'll start to see McCaffrey come back. I don't believe he will be back this week, but eventually, if McCaffrey is back, no doubt I would 100% pick Panthers. But this is really a coin flip game. This is more of a game time decision up until the game. That's when I would pick it, but I'm leaning more towards Carolina because they're at home. But the way the Bears have been playing, you know, wouldn't make sense that the Bears won either. So this is really a coin flip game towards the game like 5 minutes before time shit. You feel me? Like really time stuff. Then we got the Lions versus the Jags. The Lions are 3-point favorites. Look, Matt Stafford has over 1,000 yards passing with 8 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Look, you know, that's a traditional year for Stafford. But the but the Lions really never get that crossed. You know, they've only won 1 game this year, dude. You know, I'm telling you, the Lions really, Dude, Detroit, I feel so bad for Detroit. I really do. Adrian Peterson, 54 carries for 245 yards and 1 touchdown through the season. Obviously, Adrian Peterson, this is probably his last year. Maybe one more year after this, but I think this is really Adrian settling into the sunset. To me, then we got Minshew for the Jags, 1,439 yards passing with 10 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Look, Minshew's a really underrated quarterback. He don't even look like a quarterback, right? If you were to see him out in public, you'd be like, yo, this dude, he's a gym teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, no way. Then we got James Robinson. He's got 73 carries for 3 touchdowns and 333 yards. Look, you know, if Jags win it, they throw the ball and can really control the clock, keep it out of Stafford's hands. So, therefore, I'm going to go Jags at home. I understand the Lions are 3-point favorites. Obviously, they'll probably win, but I like to go with the underdog sometimes here. This is really the suck bet here. You know, so I'm going to go Jags here. 54.5 to over-under. I would go more towards the under in this game. But, like I said, I'm going Jags, which is probably a death trap. But I might have to renegotiate come game time. I might have to do that. But like I said, you know, Lions I might pick later. But like I said, I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars right now. Then we got the winless Jets versus Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins 9.5-point favorites. 47 is the over-under on it. So for me, I would say go under on this. The Jets, Sam Darnold, 792 yards passing with 3 touchdowns and 4 picks. Really trash. Trash. Frank Gore, 64 carries, 204 yards. Look, Frank Gore's been in the league since what, like 05, 06? Dude, he's been in it for so long. Shout out to Frank Gore. I salute him. Then we got Fitzpatrick for Miami, 120 for 170, 1,344 yards passing, 7 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Dude, I want to go Jets here, but they're winless, dude. I'm going Miami. 9.5, I would lean more towards the money line here because Jets and Miami normally play each other really well, so I'd go money line. 100% I'd go Miami on the money line. Then we got, obviously, another game of the week that I believe is Green Bay versus Tampa. We got Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady. The GOATs are the GOATs, right? The top 2 quarterbacks in the league for the past decade, in my opinion. Rodgers, 98 for 139. 1,214 yards passing with 13 touchdowns, dude. And just think at the beginning, when Madden first came out, Aaron Rodgers was rated at 89. Who was doing the Madden ratings? Please. Who the hell was doing the Madden ratings? I don't know what is going on. Please help them. I don't know who's smoking that K2 over there. Then we got Aaron Jones. He's got 65 carries, 374 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And then the GOAT, Tom Brady, 1,375 yards passing, 12 touchdowns, and 4 picks. Yes, I would take Brady over Rodgers, but look, dude, really, it's a coin flip between the two. They're both great. They are both great, so whoever you take, I'm not going to be mad at. If you say Rodgers better than Brady, that's fine, dude. But, you know, Rodgers only has 1 ring, you know, and I think really Rodgers could have went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago. So, but look, I'm not comparing the two. I just say they are both great. But yes, I would say Tom Brady's at the top of the mountain. Then we got Mike Evans, 22 receptions for 271 yards and 6 touchdowns. You know what Tom Brady and Mike Evans got going on? Nobody can really stop them. 55 is over under. I would go over on this one. I think Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers throw the ball a lot this game, and this is going to be a high-scoring game. Now, watch it be a low-scoring game, but 100%, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. This is a coin flip. Green Bay's a favorite. They're undefeated. It makes sense. But I like to see Tampa here. Tampa needs to win this game. They're 3-2. They don't want to go 3-3, 500. So I think Tom Brady and Tampa's going to come out on fire, and I think they're going to win by a game-winning field goal. So I'm going Tampa here. Then we got the Rams versus the 49ers. 49ers banged up. Jimmy G was benched last week. Is he going to start again? What's going on with Jimmy G? You know, coming from New England? Like, come on, dude. Then we got Kittle, 23 receptions for 271 yards and 1 touchdown. Obviously, he's their main target on offense. One of the best tight ends in the league. Hands down, no doubt about it. Then we got Goff, 109 for 152, 1,372 yards passing with 8 touchdowns and 3 picks. Goff having a good year. Like I said, I don't think Goff's the guy to win you a Super Bowl. But if he is to win a Super Bowl, this is one of his best shots right now. I say that because his offense is great. He's got Cooper Kupp, one of his favorite targets, back. Speaking of Cooper Kupp, he's got 28 receptions, 363 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So I think if they mesh together and they just keep doing what the Rams are doing, obviously Rams have a great defense. 100% Donald and all those boys, Ramsey. I have no problem with that. I'm going Rams 2.5. Their only favorite. I'm going heavy on the Rams on this one. 51 is the over. 51.5 is the over under. I really want to touch it. I would say more over. But like I said, I would go more under, but I want to touch it. But definitely I'm going Rams. I'll take the 2-point spread, 2.5, no doubt about it. I would even give you 4 or 5 in this game. That's how confident I am in the Rams. Then we got the Chiefs versus the Bills on Monday night. To me, crazy pickup that the Kansas City Chiefs just got. They just signed Le'Veon Bell to a 1-year deal. This is huge, dude. I think Kansas City now, they are definitely, no doubt, Super Bowl favorites now. Signing Le'Veon Bell? Le'Veon's been bounced around. Look, dude, we look at 5 years ago where Le'Veon was at with Pittsburgh. Now he's in Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes. You bet your butt that he likes it better with Mahomes than freaking Rapist Big Ben. I will tell you that right now. So I'm excited to see what Le'Veon Bell does. Mahomes, 1,474 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, and only 1 pick, dude. Crazy. Then Kelsey's got 32 receptions for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns. A straight baller. Mahomes, I can't wait. Like I said, with Le'Veon Bell, I cannot wait. Bills, Josh Allen, 1,589 yards passing, 14 touchdowns and only 3 picks. Diggs, he's got 36 receptions, 509 yards and 2 touchdowns. Look, if the Bills win this game, it's keeping Mahomes off the field and really forcing Mahomes to throw some bad throws. If Mahomes throws for a couple interceptions, no doubt the Bills will win. But look, dude, with the Kansas City Chiefs picking up Le'Veon Bell, which is huge, I think this is going to be a game changer. So I'm going with the Chiefs here. Yes, I would love to see the Bills get the upset win at home, but the Chiefs signing Le'Veon Bell, that just made the huge difference. I'll take the 5. I'll take the points. Definitely go on the 5. If you're not too confident on the points, I would go money line, but definitely I like the 5. Meaning they got to win by 6 or more. That's fine. I'll take the Chiefs in that pick. Then we got the second Monday night game. We got Arizona versus the Cowboys. Arizona 1-point favorite, which makes sense. Murray 1,299 yards passing, 8 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Up and down. DeAndre Hopkins 45 receptions, 528 yards and 2 touchdowns. Man, them picking up DeAndre Hopkins was a steal from Houston, and I really think Houston's really regretting what they did to trade him. I really do, and I know Deshaun Watson hates that. No doubt about it. Dak Prescott, really bad news last week as we saw. His right ankle messed up. Look, dude, I just hope he's back before the playoffs. If they make the playoffs, I don't know what's going to happen with Dak. Prayers up for him, but Andy Dalton's taking the place. Can Andy Dalton take over for the Dallas Cowboys? Andy Dalton? I mean, good luck, Cowboys. I don't know what's going to happen with you guys. I really don't. Zeke, he's got 89 carries, 364 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Not even halfway through the season yet. But look, dude, for Cowboys, I am concerned. Andy Dalton as your quarterback to win you a Super Bowl, that's not the guy. I'm sorry about it. So, for right now, what the Cowboys are going through, it's looking like you guys are going to miss the playoffs yet again. Another heartbreaking year for the Dallas Cowboys. You guys have so much hype. You guys are the star, that star up in the sky. Yet, you guys are missing the playoffs year after year. To me, it's really bad, but like I said, Dak Prescott being out, prayers up for Dak. Really, to be honest, prayers up for Dak, no doubt about it. But like I said, my upset picks of the week are the Cleveland Browns over the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Washington team over the Giants. I want to say that's a huge upset, but yes, the biggest upset is definitely the Browns at Pittsburgh. That is an upset pick. A lot of people are going here with the Pittsburgh Steelers, 100%. But look, dude, the way the Browns and Baker Mayfield are playing, dude, they can really surprise a lot of people and put people back on the map. And Odell, if he has an outbreak game, dude, I expect the Cleveland Browns to win, baby. It's week 6, baby, of the NFL. Let's go!